Hello, everypony, and welcome to my 100 sub special, part 2. I haven't recorded part 1 yet, but that's alright. um, this time we are actually doing a reading, because, well, it's a 100 sub
Fanfiction.
special. Yes, a fanfiction, a reading of a fanfiction. We are doing a reading of Scootalove, which apparently there's multiple versions of this story. It's Scootalove written by Nuke, if something, I don't know.
Nukifum.
Yes.
Nukifum.
Oh
Or
yes,
something odd like that.
and as you can all tell, we are joined by my friend here, Dashi.
What's going on, YouTube?
Yeah. So let's see. I think that's introductions out of the way. So we're both reading the fanfiction here. Are you ready?
Yeah, just tell me when.
Yeah, we're ready to start. Your first. Dashi is the narrator and various other parts. I'm Scootaloo in a few other parts.
You ready?
Yes.
Scootaloo leapt off her scooter and dashed into the CMC headquarters. The filly just came up with an idea so amazing that she just had to book it to the headquarters and tell her friends all about it.
Hey, Apple Bloom!
She yelled, almost bursting down the doors in excitement.
I just came up with the greatest idea ever. We're going to launch ourselves out of cannons and... Apple Bloom?
Scootaloo frowned. The CMC headquarters was empty. Normally Applebloom would be loitering around the treehouse at this time waiting for Applejack to finish her morning work, so that she could play with her for a while before crusading. It really wasn't like Applebloom to not be here during the morning. The Pegasus sighed and put her helmet back on.
I guess I'll just have to take her place and tell her there.
She muttered to herself. Scootaloo hopped back on a scooter and began to propel herself towards the centre of Sweet Apple Acres. As Scootaloo neared the barn, she noticed something else was odd. Neither Big Macintosh nor Applejack was working on the fields.
Maybe they're all eating breakfast now or something.
Scootaloo thought to herself, it was kind of chilly outside today. It'd probably make them want to stay inside. Scootaloo disembarked her scooter and quickly knocked on the barn door.
Apple Bloom, it's me, Scootaloo!
The filly kept pounding at the door, but nobody answered her.
Oh, what's taking them so long?
Scootaloo muttered angrily under her breath. Finally, after what seemed like 10 minutes, some pony opened the door.
It's about time.
Scootaloo exclaimed impatiently.
I was about to grow a beard waiting for this door to be opened.
The filly suddenly paused.
Wait a moment. Applejack, is that you?
The orange earth pony nodded.
I'm pretty sure I was Applejack last time I checked. Now what can I do for you, Scootaloo? There's some reason there's some reason why you're up this early in the morning?
Scootaloo was unable to respond, her mouth agape. The pony in front of her looked nothing like Applejack. In place of the messy, roughed-up earth pony was instead a pony looking nice and neat. Applejack's mane was neatly combed and tied in a large red ribbon, and she was wearing an incredibly elegant red and green dress. The Applejack in front of her was the complete opposite of the pony Scootaloo knew and respected. Scootaloo shook her head and finally managed to get a word out.
Why does it look like you just got a Rarity's torture chamber?
She exclaimed.
Oh, this?
Applejack held up a hoof in front of her eyes, examining herself.
I guess you've never seen me all frou-frued up like this, have ya?
The filly rapidly shook her head back and forth in response. Applejack chuckled.
I'd be pretty shocked if I were you too, seeing me all dressed up and whatnot. Applejack? Oh.
Applejack at the door, Big Macintosh walked over to the front door, dressed in a formal tuxedo, with his mane neatly combed back. Oh, hey there, Scootalove. You looking for Apple Bloom?
You too?
Scootalove exclaimed.
Geez, next thing you know, Apple Bloom will come out strutting out of the place as if she's...
As if I'm what? Apple Bloom appeared from behind Big Macintosh, her mane nice and straight with small apple hair clips to complete the neatness. She was dressed in a similar outfit to Applejack's. A belty, something called. Apple Bloom's.
albeit...
Yes, Apple Bloom's was smaller and more subdued. Scootalove's eyes twitched. For a moment she let out an incredibly nervous laughter.
Oh, I get it now. You guys are pranking me, right? Yeah, that's right, it's a prank. There's no way Apple Bloom would be all girly and dressed up like that. Right? Right?
I'm kind of insulted by that, Apple Bloom pouted. Scootalove grimaced.
You're telling me this isn't a prank? That you're all really girly and gross and stuff?
The three apples nodded their head in response.
But why?
Scootalove exclaimed.
Now, Scootaloo,
Applejack explained with a soft tone in her voice.
I know it's kinda odd to see us apples all dressed up like we was oranges, but today was a really special day for us, so we wanted to look our best. I don't get it.
Scootalove said, confused.
What's so special about today that you'd have to get all icky for?
Big Macintosh spoke up to answer the silly question. Why, it's Mother's birthday, don't you remember? Scootalove shrunk back.
Mother's Day? I guess it is that day after all.
The Pegasus quickly shook her head and regained her composure.
But I don't get it. It's not exactly a day where you have to get all dressed up for. Besides, where's your mother anyways, Apple Bloom? I've only ever seen you around with Applejack and Big Mac.
Apple Bloom gave a small, sad smile and took a step back as Applejack stepped forward to explain.
You see, Scootaloo, my mother's dead.
The filly suddenly felt incredibly guilty for asking.
She and her father died in an accident back when I was a filly, only a couple of years after little Apple Bloom was born.
Applejack continued.
They weren't really the type of parents who'd like to see their kids be all mopey all the time, so don't really talk about it that much. But every once in a while, I'll, like on days like this, would take a small trip up to their graves to pay our respects. Oh, I'm sorry.
Scootalove muttered. It's alright. This is Apple Bloom with Applejack. It's alright, you didn't know, Apple Bloom piped up. Besides, we didn't go visit her to be all sad and stuff. We'll throw a small little party and laugh and joke around. We dress up like this because we wanted to be proud and how pretty her daughters grew up to be. Big Macintosh cleared his throat. Apple Bloom giggled. Yeah, very pretty too, Big Mac. The stallion gave a curt nod. Yep.
Well, we gotta be heading out soon.
Applejack said, smiling at Scootalove.
We'll spend as much time as we can with our mother before the day's over. But before that, what'd you need, Scootaloo?
The young Pegasus finally peppered up again, after being reminded of her brilliant idea.
I came up with a new plan to get our cutie marks.
She exclaimed.
It's really cool. We're gonna get a cannon and launch ourselves out of it, and there will be a tightrope, and...
It sounds really cool, Scoots, Apple Bloom interrupted. But it's gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I hope you understand. Her energy gradually left Scootalove.
Wow,
Hey, it's Darkling WP and Dashy again. Sorry, something went wrong with the video. Apparently, this recording program can only record up to 10 minutes of video, and it's just like, I just don't know what went wrong. But we're back.
Alright, yes. As mentioned, we are back, and yeah, unfortunately my 100 sub special isn't buying the full version of Bandicam, but that should come soon. Okay, ready to pick it back up?
It sounds really cool, Scoots, Apple Bloom interrupted, but it's gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I hope you understand.
Her energy
Oh, I'm narrator.
Yes, you're narrator, sorry.
Her energy gradually left Scootalove.
Oh, no worries. I guess me and Sweetie Belle will just try it ourselves. Then we'll do it tomorrow once you're free.
Sounds like a plan, Apple Bloom bellowed excitedly. Big Macintosh pointed with his non-existent watch, urging the filly to hurry up. We gotta go now, Scootaloo. Later. 3 apples began to trot towards an apple meadow on the far side of the field.
Yeah, see you later.
Scootaloo sighed as she got back on top of her scooter. Ooh, nice.
Seriously? Mother's Day?
The Pegasus muttered to herself as she powered her wings.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Line.
Oh, Sweetie Belle. Don't... Oh, okay. Oh, Sweetie Belle, don't do the stitch there. Ah, no, you can keep... No, don't do that. Ugh. You know what, just... Wait, not that fabric! Oh, well, we can always order more of that, I suppose.
Rarity sighed. For some odd, inexplicable reason, she allowed her sister to assist her with creating a new dress for her mother for Mother's Day. Seemed like such a good idea last night. After the unicorn just got done sewing a bunch of nice new dresses for Holly Trotty. But now that they're actually working together.
By all that's good and holy, what are you doing with that spool?
Rarity exclaimed, feeling that she was about to faint. Sweetie Belle gave a bright smile. Don't it go the sewing machine this way?
Oh, no.
Rarity magicked the spool out of Sweetie Belle's mouth. You
should never even attempt to mess with replacing the spool until you're at least decently proficient with magic. Here, just let me fix that.
Rarity took out the expensive spool outside of the sewing machine and gracefully replaced it with the new spool in one swift motion.
Voila! See, sweetie? There are just some things you simply cannot do without a steady magic. Huh. Is that gold fabric?
Sweetie Belle happily nodded as she attempted to put the fabric in the sewing machine. Rarity quickly tore the fabric out of the filly's hooves before anything could happen. The filly gave a frustrated pout. Why are you being so mean, sis?
I'm not being mean.
Rarity proclaimed.
I'm simply being a responsible mayor and making sure my cute little sister doesn't get her hooves sewn together by the nasty golden fabric.
Sweetie Belle frowned. Rarity, even I know that fabric doesn't eat your hooves.
That's not what I...
Rarity gave a tired sigh.
You know what? Go ahead. Do whatever you want. I'm sure Mother will love it regardless of the lack of finesse.
Really? I can do whatever I want? Sweetie Belle exclaimed excitedly. Rarity tiredly waved her hoof around.
Sure. Just don't hurt yourself, okay?
A sudden knock raptured at the boutique's door, causing Rarity's expression to suddenly brighten.
Oh, here's an idea, sweetie. Why don't you go get the door while I clean up here a little?
Okay, sis, Sweetie Belle happily said. She trotted over to the entrance to answer the door, leaving Rarity to frantically get as much of the dress done as possible before the filly could return. Welcome to Carousel Boutiques, Sweetie greeted, where everything is chic, unique, and
That's okay, you don't need to finish that.
Scootaloo grinned. Scootaloo! Sweetie Belle piped up suddenly. Why are you here this morning?
Oh, you know.
Scootaloo said nonchalantly.
I just came up with the coolest idea ever!
Sweetie Belle's eyes widened. Really? Really? What is it?
Well, first, we get a cannon and a tightrope, right?
Scootaloo explained.
And then you can stand on the tightrope while I launch myself out of the cannon, and then...
Oh, that sounds kind of dangerous, Sweetie said hesitantly. Are you sure there's anything, safer to do?
Safe? Ha! Safe is for fillies.
Scootaloo tied her hair back and began to guffaw loudly, causing Rarity to accidentally stitch the outfit in the wrong place. The unicorn fumed quietly and quickly went back to work. But Scootaloo, Sweetie Belle mumbled, but confused. I thought we were fillies.
We're not just fillies, we're awesome fillies.
Fillies?
Fillies.
Scootaloo boasted.
This is a stunt that even Rainbow Dash would be impressed with.
Well, Sweetie Belle said slowly, if you're sure.
Great!
Scootaloo grabbed Sweetie's hoof.
Let's go right now. The sooner we get started, the sooner we can get our cutie marks.
She tried to pull the unicorn out of the boutique, but Sweetie Belle quickly pulled her hoof away from Scootaloo. Right now? Sweetie Belle asked. Like right now?
Of course, right now.
Scootaloo exclaimed impatiently. Oh. Sweetie Belle shrunk back. Sorry, Scootaloo. I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Busy?
Scootaloo parroted, making a weird face.
With what?
Sweetie Belle frowned. Isn't it obvious? Don't you know what day it is today? The young Pegasus's energy, dispositioned, quickly faded away. No, that made no sense.
Oh, don't tell me. Mother's Day.
Sweetie nodded. Me and my big sister are making a dress to send to our mother in Manhattan, she exclaimed happily. We moved to Ponyville because Rarity had kind of a huge argument with our mother about her dream of being a designer. But that was a long time ago. And we don't really get to see her much over in Ponyville, so she always writes to let parents know how we're doing. I'm doing terrible. And on days like these, Rarity sends us some of our prints. She paused, finally noticing Scootaloo's change in mood. Are you alright, Scootaloo? You don't look so good.
Huh? What?
Scootaloo quickly shook her head.
Oh no, I'm fine. It's cool to hear that you're making a present for your mom. So, I guess we should go do some crusading some other time.
You sure, Scootaloo? Sweetie asked. I kind of feel bad for not being able to crusade with you. Maybe you and Apple Bloom could go without me.
And I'm going offline here. We're about to run out of time again. I'm at the 9:40 mark. So let's just say goodbye and we'll have another part of this.
This is why you use a better recording program.
This is why I should buy this recording program. It's only like, I don't know, $20, $30. I'm just everypony, and welcome to part 3 of our reading of Scootalove. I'm joined once again by Dashi, and
Sup?
we're probably going to do another 2 parts. At the most, this will take us another 3 parts.
Most it'll take us 3
Yeah.
parts. Great maths. Sorry.
It's fun. Alright, that being said, we're ready to begin again.
You sure, Scootalove? Sweetie asked. I kind of feel bad for not being able to crusade with you. Maybe you and Apple Bloom could go without me.
Nah, Applebloom's doing a Mother Days thing too.
Scootalove muttered. Sweetie frowned sadly. Oh, well...
It's totally cool.
Scootalove interrupted.
I'll find something to do with my day. Maybe Rainbow Dash will have the time to teach you some new tricks or something.
Scootalove forced her expression to a smile.
Well, sorry to take up your time. You have fun with Rarity making your dresses or whatever. I'm gonna kick back and chill with my gal Rainbow. Later.
Scootalove quickly tried to make a new break for it, and hopped back on her scooter. Wait, Sweetie Belle called after her friend. Why don't you do something for your mother too? I'm sure it'd be fun. Scootalove waved a hoof in response without turning back to Sweetie.
Sure, why not? Later.
The Pegasus faded away into the distance, and Sweetie Belle closed the door behind her. I wonder why Scootalove's acting all funny. Sweetie walked back towards the workbench and paused.
Whoa!
Sis?
Oh.
Dude, let me finish. Sis? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Now it's here.
Whoa!
Rarity jumped, sending the matricals she was working with sprawling all over the place. In a short amount of time, Sweetie Belle was at the door. Rarity somehow managed to completely remove all the fading fringes and loose ends Sweetie left behind and turned them into perfect stitches.
Oh, sweetie, I just, tidied up.
The unicorn gave an incredibly awkward smile. Did you take your OCD medicine this morning? Wait, she's on pills? She's on pills? Oh, Lord.
I don't know if you could. I didn't know you could have OCD so bad that you needed pills.
Sweetie Belle asked.
What?
Rarity firmly stomped her hoof on the ground.
I do not possess such a thing. I am not obsessive compulsive.
Sweetie Belle giggled. Sure, yeah, sis. Rarity gave a small chuckle.
Well, I admit only sometimes, but it's not so bad that I need to take medication.
So, does that mean that I get to finish up the rest of the dress? Sweetie Belle asked excitedly. Rarity hesitantly thinking about how messy the final product would end up being.
Well, I guess you can, but only...
Sweetie Belle completely disregarded whatever Rarity was about to say next and dived straight into sewing. Rarity sighed.
Oh well, I guess it can't be helped.
The older unicorn stood behind Sweetie Belle and began to guide the little piggy's hoof.
Now you have to be gentle and slowly insert the fabric through the machine.
What kind of family is this? A pill-taking older sister and ADHD younger sister.
I don't know. But the average family, no.
Yeah, that sounds legit. Scootalove warily parked the scooter and languidly let it fall to the ground as she trotted up the front steps to her home. The filly was so looking forward to another fun day with her friends, and she couldn't find Rainbow Dash. She had nothing else to do but return to the place she could hardly call a home. She pushed open the door as quietly as she could and closed it behind her, trying her best to make herself invisible. A voice called out from the kitchen, "Scootalove!" The filly froze. All Scootalove wanted to do was go to her room unnoticed, but it seemed like it was already too late for that. The Pegasus sighed.
What do you want, Candy?
She tried looking blue. A tired-looking blue earth pony stepped out of the kitchen to meet the filly. "Hello, Scootalove," she said sternly. "Why did I tell you about calling me by my first name?"
Sorry, Miss Kane.
Scootalove said sarcastically. She quietly tried to make her way past Candy, but the older pony kept Scootalove from leaving. She grimaced.
Is there a problem?
Scootalove snapped. "You left early this morning without telling me," Candy told the filly. "If you were going to leave the house, then you could have at least—" Scootalove cut her off.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Candy bit her lip for a moment. It looked as if she was about to hit Scootalove, but she restrained herself and sighed. "Next time, please just say something before you leave, okay? What if something happens to you? How am I supposed to find you then?"
Stop acting like you care about me.
Scootalove muttered. Candy's ears twitched. "Did you say something, Scootalove?"
Nothing.
The filly said hurriedly.
Can I go up to my room now, Candy?
"Don't call me by my first name," Candy retaliated. No, retired. Whatever.
Reiterated.
Yeah, that. "It's not proper."
Whatever.
Scootalove brushed past Candy and began to make her way to the room. The earth pony hesitantly called after her. "One last thing, Scootalove." The filly turned around, annoyed.
What is it now?
Candy paused. Do you know what day is it today?" Scootalove felt something snap inside of her.
Stop trying to replace my mom.
She screamed.
You're not her and you'll never be her.
The filly quickly ran away to her room after the outburst and swiftly shut and locked the door behind her. "Scootalove!" Candy pounced on the filly's door. "Scootalove! Open this door right now, this instant! Wait out a second!" Right now, this instant? Yes. Scootalove shut her eyes and buried her head under her pillow, trying to mark the sound of Candy's voice. After a couple of moments, the pounding finally stopped. "Scootalove!" Candy sobbed quietly. I don't want to replace your mother. We have to try and get along. Please?" The filly said nothing and waited for Candy to go away. Eventually the sobs ebbed away and Scootalove could tell that she was now left alone in complete silence. She poked her head out from under the pillow and opened the window. The bright morning air of Ponyville flowed into her room, and she could see the sun shining across Equestria. Yet, her home was the only one place that the sun wouldn't shine on. Scootalove silently pulled herself out of bed and opened one of her drawers. Inside was a single object, an old photo featuring an older Pegasus with a filly. Scootalove took a photo out and closed the drawer, gazing sadly at the figure.
Mom?
Scootalove sobbed quietly.
Why did you have to go?
Line.
Yes, and this is a good dramatic place to end, and we are also almost out of time, but it is a good dramatic place to end. So, next time, part 4.
We are back once again for part 4 of Scootalove. Wow, when you say it like that, it sounds so odd. Okay, sorry for such an odd opening, but last part we ended it on a dramatic pause. So now we shall continue after that dramatic pause. After a few hours had passed, Scootaloo quietly snuck out of the house. She wanted to get some fresh air after being cooped up in her room. There was something about staying in that place for too long that irked her.
Irked her.
The sun was already in the west by this time. Scootaloo was wandering about Ponyville on her scooter. Her entire morning and afternoon was wasted. Sure enough, she'd been wasting away the evening as well. What could it really matter to the filly? Mother's Day was nothing but a waste of time to her anyway. But with every step she took, she was forced to see what she didn't have. Happy families struggling peacefully across the streets of Ponyville. Trollism. Every derpy and dinky hooves could be sharing a muffin together at the local cafe. Scootaloo felt a pang of jealousy beat through her heart. She missed her real mum, not the fake one that was being forced onto her. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw a streak of rainbow flash through the sky. In an instant, the thoughts about Mother Day were pushed out for a place of a new one. Scootaloo quickly began speeding her way towards the end of the rainbow, eager to the Pegasus created it.
Rainbow Dash!
Scootaloo exclaimed, hopping off the scooter. Huh? What? The filly leapt up into Rainbow Dash, pushing the blue Pegasus onto the ground. Whoa, Scootaloo, what are you doing?
Rainbow Dash!
Scootaloo exclaimed affectionately.
There you are. I was looking for you earlier and I couldn't find you.
You were? Rainbow Dash pushed the filly off of her and stood up. I mean, of course you were. Why wouldn't you be looking for the amazing Rainbow Dash? Scootaloo's eyes lit up as the blue Pegasus confidently just do your line.
Oh my gosh, so does that mean you're available?
Available? Rainbow Dash frowned. For what?
To hang out, of course.
Scootaloo piped.
You could teach me how to be awesome like you.
Teach you? Rainbow Dash bit her lip. I don't know. Teaching isn't really my thing. Scootaloo's ears dropped slightly.
But you're the most awesome pony in Ponyville. No pony else will be able to teach awesomeness like you.
Rainbow Dash hesitated. Actually, I'm kind of busy at the moment, so... Scootaloo's expression quickly turned to grim.
Oh, you're busy too, huh?
No, I mean, yes, Rainbow Dash quickly shook her head around to clear her confusion. Look, it's Mother's Day, so shouldn't you, I don't know, hang out with your mom or something? Scootaloo's head shake.
Yeah, right. My mom.
Rainbow Dash frowned. Something up, Scootaloo?
No, not at all.
Scootaloo lied.
I'm perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with me. Nothing at all.
Rainbow Dash eyed her suspiciously. You sure about that?
Yeah, of course.
Scootaloo hurriedly responded.
Why wouldn't I be fine?
Rainbow Dash raised an eyebrow, looking at Scootaloo for another few moments before responding again. Well, if that's all, I'll let you head back home. She turned around and extended her wings, ready to take off.
Wait!
Scootaloo shouted. Rainbow Dash paused and turned back to Scootaloo. What is it? Scootalove hesitated a moment.
I don't really celebrate Mother's Day.
Her ears dropped again, lowering her entire head as she said this. Rainbow Dash frowned and took a few steps towards Scootalove. What do you mean by that?
My mom died in an accident,
Scootalove quietly confessed.
so I don't have any pony to spend the day with.
I thought you did have a mom, Rainbow Dash pointed out. I saw her pick you up once or twice when I flew out of the school. Isn't that her? Scootalove froze up.
That's not my mom.
She muttered. What are you talking about? Of course she'd be your mom. She takes care of you and...
I said she's not my mom.
Scootalove shouted. Rainbow Dash was taken aback. Whoa there. Calm down for a second. Why don't you start from the beginning so I know what the heck you're talking about? Scootalove hesitated.
I only moved to Ponyville last year.
She mumbled.
Before that, I lived in Cloudsdale with my mom and dad. One day I was waiting for them to come home and they didn't. They sent me to Ponyville. That's it.
That's it? Rainbow Dash frowned. That can't be just it,
Well, it is.
Scootalove exclaimed.
Got a problem with that?
You mad, bro? Sorry, couldn't resist. Calm down, jeez. Rainbow Dash scratched the back of her head. I'm probably not the best pony around to tell you this, but why don't you go give whoever you're living with a chance? It sounds just to me you're just being immature.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Scootalove mumbled.
Didn't you have something you said you need to be doing?
Scootalove.
Just go in and do whatever it is that you were going to do.
Scootalove shouted.
I thought you'd understand how I felt, Rainbow Dash, but I guess I was wrong.
Wait. Rainbow Dash flew over Scootalove and kept her from leaving. I know exactly how you're feeling, Scootalove.
How would you?
Scootalove asked.
How would you know how I feel?
Rainbow Dash paused. I doubt. But I do know that you should at least try and get along with whoever you're faster on. The pig eyes gazed far off into the distance. At least you have a chance to get along with your mom. Scootalove tilted her head.
What do you mean by that?
Rainbow Dash shook her head. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
No, tell me, Rainbow Dash.
Scootalove begged.
I want to know.
Rainbow Dash sighed. You're such a kid. Fine then. She cleared her throat. My mother's never been there for me. Ever since I was a filly, I pretty much had to take care of myself. My parents sent me off to Fly Academy so they wouldn't have to deal with me. And after that place, I took care of myself down here in Ponyville. I haven't talked to my mother ever since I left Flight Academy.
Oh.
Scootalove grimaced. You know, every year on this...
And on that note, you know what time it almost is? It's almost near the it is near the 10-minute mark. We're about 30 seconds away from the 10-minute mark. So I was just
Oh my lord, we'll be back for part 5.
We'll be back for part 5, yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, everypony.
Welcome back to Scootalove part 5. We're just gonna get straight into it now. You know, every year on this day, I wonder whether or not I should visit her, Rainbow Dash continued quietly. By the way, she's talking about her mother that she left for Flight Academy. I wish I had the bond with her that I'd never had before. But hey, I don't even know if she's still around anymore. Or if she kicked the bucket. Some daughter I am, huh? The older Pixis put a hoof on Scootaloo's shoulder. So listen, kid. I don't know what you have regrets like me. Or I don't want you to have regrets like me. You should go to your foster mom and give her a chance. You just have a bond with your mom, even if you aren't related by blood.
But I don't want her to replace my real mom.
Scootaloo admitted.
I'm afraid. Afraid that if I let her into my heart, my real mom will go away.
She won't go away, Rainbow Dash reassured. She'll still be watching you. Heck, I'm sure getting along with your new mom is watching.
Do you really think so?
Scootaloo asked timidly. Of course. Rainbow Dash grinned. So why don't you go back to your home and tell your foster mom Happy Mother's Day and get out of my mane.
Will you go with me?
Rainbow Dash mumbled. Got that? Sure, Rainbow Dash said. If you need me, I'll be there for you, sport. Scootaloo gave a smile and a nod. Then the two of them began to head towards Scootaloo's home. Once there, Scootaloo timidly knocked on the door. Candy opened it and saw the filly. Scootaloo, I thought you was in your room.
I'm sorry.
Scootaloo mumbled. Candy tilted her head. Sorry? Sorry? About what?
I'm sorry about everything, Mom.
Candy felt her eyes begin to water. You called me Mom. Scootaloo nodded.
I'm sorry that I was so cold to you. Can you ever forgive me?
Candy nodded. Of course I can. She gave Scootaloo a tight embrace. Two held each other warmly in their hooves, communicating everything that they had withheld from each other in the past year with that embrace. Rainbow smiled and took a flight, leaving Scootaloo with Candy. She was happy for the kid, now that she had her mother to celebrate Mother's Day with. Now that she did her good deed for the day, Rainbow Dash felt like she deserved a well-deserved nap. What a lazy pony. It's what I... Away from all the sap that rose up from Ponyville this day, Scootaloo nuzzled Candy affectionately, leaving her tears freely flow down her face.
Happy Mother's Day. And that is the...
Wait, some blank pages of then.
Yes.
A-N. Rushed ending is rushed. Arrow, underscore, arrow.
Yes. And that is the end of our reading. So, did you have fun, Dashy?
I had a lot of fun.
Alright. And thank you to all of my subscribers and any other viewers we have. I hope you enjoyed us reading Scootalove, the manliest story ever.
The manliest story with a pony that has a voice that sounds like the Queen of...
Yes. Okay,
Oh, how much strain on my lungs that is.
Indeed.